Okay, let's play a game. What do you think adds more value to your home when it's time to sell? A $70,000 kitchen renovation with quartz counters or a wine fridge? Or swapping out your front door? Surprise? It's the door. Specifically, a steel front door. Welcome to real estate, where sometimes boring is brilliant. Hi, I'm Sarah Breck, Boise real estate agent and lover of all things resale, ROI. And today we're diving into the 2025 Remodeling Impact Report, a fancy little study cooked up by the National Association for REALTORS and the National Association of the Remodeling Industry. They surveyed homeowners, real estate agents, and contractors to figure out which projects actually give you the most bang for your buck if you're thinking of selling in the next year or two. And spoiler, some of the results might surprise you. Section 1, prioritizing remodels. Now listen, home remodeling isn't just about HGTV dreams and Pinterest boards. When you're getting ready to sell, you've got to think like a buyer. And buyers, they're judging your house from the curb to the closets. That's why this new NAR report is gold. It ranks remodels by how much of their costs you can expect to recover when you sell. Want the top performer? The steel front door! Cost recovery 100%, full payback. It's the Beyonce of remodels, iconic, reliable, and always makes an entrance. So here's the full list of high return projects. Steel front door, 100%. Closet renovation, 83%. Fiberglass front door, 80%. Vinyl windows, 74%. Wood windows, 71%. Basement to living area conversion, 71%. Attic to living conversion, 67%. Full kitchen renovation, 60%. Minor kitchen upgrade, 60%. Bathroom addition, 56%. New primary suite, 54%. Bathroom reno, 50%. Now before you go ripping out your bathroom tile, take a breath. Bigger isn't always better. Sometimes it's just bigger and expensive. Section 2, the joy score, walking through a house. Okay, here's where it gets interesting. This report doesn't just measure resale value, it also tracks what they call the joy score. Basically, how happy people felt after the project was done. Because let's be honest, not every remodel is about ROI. Sometimes you just want a walk-in closet that feels like a boutique, or a kitchen where your spices don't live in total chaos. But here's the catch. What you love might not be what buyers love. Jessica Lautz, she's the deputy chief economist at NAR, said it best. There's often a disparity between the joy experience post-remodel and the actual cost recovery. Translation, you might adore that shiplap accent wall, but buyers might see it and say, that's gonna be a weekend project to undo. Section 3, remodeling is still blooming. And look, remodeling isn't slowing down. Americans spent $603 billion, yes, with a B, on home improvements last year. Why? Because the average US home is now over 40 years old. That means people are upgrading before things start falling apart, or before buyers walk in and say, oh, wow, this reminds me of my grandma's house. And not in the cute vintage way. Section 4, buyers are pickier than ever. Here's another stat you need to know. 46% of buyers say they're not willing to compromise on condition. That means they want move-in ready, no leaky faucets, no just ignore that stain on the ceiling. So if you're thinking of selling, this is your chance to tighten things up before it ever hits the market. And even if you're not selling right now, that rising home equity you've built might give you the wiggle room to fund those upgrades. Like, hey, maybe now is the time for that new roof you've been procrastinating for 3 winters. Section 5, why people remodel. So why do people take on these projects in the first place? The top reasons surveyed were 27% worn out finishes and materials, 19% energy efficiency, 18% just wanted to change, 18% plan to sell within 2 years, and that last group, that's who I'm talking to today. Because when you're selling soon, you don't want to overspend. You want smart updates that buyers will love and that your future self will thank you for. Section 6, agents can help. Yes, you. Now here's something you may not expect. Real estate agents, like me, are actually great people to call before you start knocking down walls. We can help you figure out which updates are actually going to move the needle when it's time to list. And we can save you from the dreaded over-improve where you end up with the $900,000 house in a $700,000 neighborhood. Don't be that person. According to NAR, the top agent recommendation pre-sale projects are fresh paint, sometimes just one room, a new roof, especially if yours is looking rough, and yep, updating the front door, again, steal for the win. So if you're not sure what makes sense for your house, just ask. I'll tell you straight, I won't talk you into marble countertops if you're not gonna get the money back. All right, that's your remodeling market update straight from the 2025 Remodeling Impact Report by NAR. Links in the description if you want to nerd out on the full PDF. And if you're thinking about selling your home in Boise or just stuck between a bathroom reno and a front door upgrade, shoot me a message. I'll help sort it out, contractor contracts and all. And hey, if you got value out of this, give it a like, subscribe, and drop a comment with your weirdest renovation idea you actually considered. I'm talking wine cellar in the attic. See you in the next one.